Hello friends, Namaste, welcome to my channel. Let's make it lovely. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icon for notifications. After I posted my daughter's first and second birthday decoration videos, few of the viewers have been requesting to make a video on how to design custom chocolate wrappers and written gift bag tags, backdrop poster, etc. I'm going to show you all of them one after another, but in today's video, I'm going to show how I designed my daughter's first birthday chocolate wrapper in detail, and also I will quickly show you how you can make a colorful animal theme one. As I already mentioned in the birthday decoration videos, I used PicMonkey.com website for this. You can start a free trial if you are a first time user. You can sign up with any of your existing email IDs, and once you sign up, there will be 3 options for free 7-day trial. You can choose whichever you prefer, but be sure to cancel it before the 7-day trial if you want to avoid any charges on your card. Be aware that if you forget to cancel, you will be charged for the amount you signed up as a subscription. Once you are done with all that, this will be the home page that you will see. Go to create new option on top left and select blank canvas. You can change size of the canvas here, but I'm leaving it 2000 by 2000 because I'm going to design a square. Now it will open a blank canvas for us. I'm going to move this background tab to a side so you can see the canvas. Now you can pick a color for the canvas from standard colors tab, or pick a custom color from the palette available. I'm leaving the canvas white because I'm going to use a pink polka dot image for the background. I'm going to add image on the top and then choose the image from the computer. I'm going to the particular folder where I have pink polka dot image and I'm selecting that. Once it is uploaded to PicMonkey, just drag and drop it onto the canvas. You can click on it to resize and reposition it. As we add each and every element to our canvas, they'll be listed in separate layers in the layers palette on right hand side. I'm going to close it for now so you can clearly see what I'm doing, but you can click on the layer symbol down here to see it again. Now I'm going to the graphics tab on the left hand side, and from basic shapes I'm selecting a rounded rectangle for the middle of my chocolate wrapper. Now by clicking on the rectangle and dragging along the corners and sides, I'm resizing it and positioning it in the middle. The red cross lines indicate the center of our canvas. Now I'm changing the color of the rectangle to a gray color. Now for my design, I'm adding one more rounded rectangle to the middle of the gray one and changing the color to the white. And I'm resizing the white rectangle such that we can see only a gray border around. Those red lines indicate that the rectangle is correctly aligned at the center. Next, I'm adding more graphics. You can choose anything from the listed categories like animals, etc. I'm just typing teddy in the search bar because I created this for a teddy bear themed birthday party. And I'm selecting the teddy bear that I like. Once you click on it, it'll come onto the canvas. You can change the colors of the graphics by clicking on the available colors. You can change all the component colors individually, but I'm leaving this as such because I liked it that way. Now I'm slightly resizing the teddy bear and I want to flip it to the right side. Using the triangular buttons, you can flip the graphics horizontally or vertically. Next, in the graphics tab, I'm searching for balloons. You can pick anything you like. I'm choosing this cute 3 balloon bunch and I'm adding it to the canvas. Now I'm going to resize it and align it such that it appears like teddy bear is holding the balloons in its hand. Next, I'm going to change the balloons color to pink and threads color to grey. Next, I'm going to add text. To add text, go to Text tab on left hand side and click on Add Text. Now it'll say type here, where you can type whatever text you like. I'm typing my daughter's name here, and then to change the font style, select the name and choose any font style you like. You can scroll down to see several options. I'm using one of my favorite fonts, Bilbo Swash Caps here. Next, I'm selecting the name and changing the font color. I'm choosing a slightly darker shade of pink so that it can be seen properly after printing. Next, I'm slightly increasing the size of the text and repositioning it where I like. Next, by clicking on Add Text, I'm adding one more text in grey color and I'm typing first birthday. Now I'm selecting this text and changing the font style. Again, you can scroll down and choose what you like. I'm going with Geo Sans Light. Then I'm adjusting the size and position. Next, I'm adding one more text and I'm choosing pink color this time. I'm just dragging the new text box down so you can see what I'm typing. I'm going to type number 1 here. I want this number to be big and tall next to the teddy bear. So I'm selecting the 1 and increasing the size, and I'm going to reposition it. Now I'm changing the font style of 1. I want it to be bold and thick, so I'm choosing something similar. Again, I'm adjusting the size and position of the number 1. Here you can see how 1 is in the front of teddy bear and is covering a little bit of teddy bear's hand and leg. But I want teddy bear in the front and 1 in the back. So I'm going to Layers palette, selecting teddy bear, and I'm right clicking on it. And then I'm selecting Move Layer to the front. This brings teddy bear to the front so the hands and legs are shown properly. For a final touch, I wanted to add a fun party element, so I'm searching the graphics for birthday related images. You can choose anything you like, but I didn't like anything in this category, so I just went ahead and searched for bunting banners. You can choose anything you like this cute star banner or something, but I chose a very basic triangle one and changed the colors to pink and grey. I'm making few final adjustments like changing the light grey color text to dark grey, and once I'm satisfied, I'm going to the top and renaming the file. I'm renaming the file as chocolate wrapper, And once you type in the name, it will be automatically saved to the PicMonkey hub. And then you can select the download button to the right, and you can select the JPG image format and high quality image and click download. Now the image will be saved to my downloads folder. Next, I will quickly show you another fun animal design wrapper and then show you how to print them at home. So I'm starting again with create new blank canvas. As I explained the previous wrapper in detail, I'll try to show this one quickly, just explaining the new elements. I'm picking yellow color for the canvas, and I'm going to show you how to use patterns in PicMonkey instead of downloading images from the internet. So I'm picking the yellow color that I like. Next, I'm going to the textures tab from the left hand side to add a pattern. There are multiple patterns like glitter, watercolor, etc. I'm choosing a retro pattern with basic shapes. Once you choose a pattern you like, you can try various blend modes available. I'm going with darken. You can adjust saturation and fade levels to your liking. You can also adjust the size of the pattern. Next, apply the pattern before you move on to next step. Next, I'm going to add the graphics. Just like in the previous design, I'm adding one black rounded rectangle and then a white one on top of it. I'm going to resize them and position them to the center. Next, I'm going to add text. I'm typing my daughter's name, and for this one, I'm going to choose a fun font style. I'm going with this fun font style called Budmo Jiggler. And I'm selecting and changing the color of each letter to make a fun rainbow color pattern. Changing the colors of each letter gives you the flexibility to choose colors depending on fun party themes. And rainbow color scheme is always fun for kids' parties. Next, I increased the size and realigned it where I want. Next, I added one more text and typed number 1. I changed the style to chunk 5 so that the number looks bold and big. And I changed the color to purple. Next, I'm resizing it and aligning it where I want. Next, I added another text box to type birthday. I chose a Sacramento style and changed the color to dark gray. You can choose colors and styles to your liking. Next, to position the number 1 to little left, I'm going to the layers palette. I'm selecting the 1 and moving it to the left. Now I added one more text box to add ST letters to make first for first birthday. Also, I chose the same Sacramento style in dark gray for this, and I reduced the size. Next, I'm going to add some cute animals. For this, I'm going to the graphics tab and scrolling down to creatures category. Scroll down to see more options. I'm choosing a giraffe and an elephant. I'm flipping the elephant horizontally using the triangle symbols. I explained all these techniques in detail in the first wrapper design, so I'm just showing you quickly here. Next, I'm searching graphics tab for bunting banners and I'm choosing a colorful one to go with my rainbow colored text. For adjusting the angle of any particular element, you can select this top circle and turn it around. That looks good to me. Like shown before, now I'm going to rename my file and then I'm going to download it to my computer in JPG format, high resolution. Next, let's quickly see how to print these at home and wrap the chocolates. In a Word document, use a ruler and reduce the size margins. Next, I'm selecting Insert Image and inserting the chocolate wrapper designs that I saved on my computer. Now the design is inserted in our Word document. Now I'm going to measure my chocolate that I'm going to wrap. As you can see, it needs 5.5 inches of paper to wrap. So I'm reducing the design to 5.5 inches using the margin. Now you can see the chocolate wrapper is exactly 5.5 inches on the Word document. Next, I inserted my second design and resized it too. For your birthday parties, you can just make one copy and print it multiple times for your chocolates. Now I'm going ahead and printing them. I printed these on regular printer paper at home. However, you can print them on a glossy paper like this if you are printing at a printing store like a FedEx or UPS. Now I'm cutting the wrappers. You can use a regular scissors. I'm using my paper trimmer to make it quick. After cutting, just place the wrapper facing design down, place the chocolate on it and wrap the paper around and stick with the tape in the middle. You can print and wrap as many chocolates as you like. I hope this video was helpful. In my next video, I will show you how easily we can create sweet treat labels and gift bag tags by reusing the same design. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share.